Introducing the African giant himself, Burna Boy, live on the number one trending 5-star history making, soul shaking, mic breaking show, the Brownsy's podcast, with your host, the ever iconic Tutu Baffour Brownsy Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt and hold on to your jollof, because today we are not just making podcast history, we are summoning the tender from Port Harcourt to the pyramids of greatness. Enter Damini Ebunoluwa Ogulu, aka Burna Boy, the Grammy winning, chart topping, continent rapping, swagger dripping African giant who made the world dance, cry and scream, Odogu in unison. He's the man who turned hard back into hits, Lagos traffic into lyrics, and ancestral pride into platinum plaques. From year to last, from BET stages to Billboard charts, Burna Boy didn't just break into the global scene, he kicked the door down, lit a fire, and left with a mic. He got more awards than your auntie's WhatsApp group half gossip, more charisma than a Nollywood villain in a three-piece suit, and a voice that could make tender pulse and say, "My bad, carry on." And today he's not on just any podcast, he's on the podcast, the one that makes Spotify's blush and Apple Podcasts take note, the Brownsy's podcast, where legends don't just speak, they echo through generations. So clear the stage, cue the drums, and pour the palm wine, because Burna Boy is in the building. And this episode is about to go down in the archives of eternity. Let the rapture wait, we've got Burna Boy on the mic. Damini Ebunoluwa Ogulu MFR, born 2nd July 1991, known professionally as Burna Boy, is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, and record producer. He gained recognition in 2012 after releasing Like to Party, the lead single from his debut studio album, Live 2013. In 2017, Burna Boy signed a record deal with Atlantic Records and its parent company, Warner Music Group. His third studio album, Outside, which also served as his major label debut, was released in 2018. In 2019, Burna Boy won Best International Act at the BET Awards and was named an Apple Music Happiness Artist. That same year, he released his first studio album, African Giant, which won Album of the Year at the 2019 All African Music Awards and was nominated for Best World Music Album at the 22nd Annual Grammy Awards. In 2020, Burna Boy won African Artist of the Year at the Ghana Music Awards and released his fifth studio album, Twice as Tall, which won Best World Music Album at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. He won Best International Act at the 2029 BET Awards for the third time. Burna Boy's sixth studio album, Love Damini, which was released in July 2022, became the highest debut Nigerian album on the Billboard 200 chart. It also became the highest charting African album in France, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom. In October 2022, Burna Boy was awarded the Member of the Order of the Federal Republic plaque for his achievements in music. In 2023, Rolling Stone ranked him number 197 on the list of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Burna Boy won his fourth Best International Act at the 2023 BET Awards. His song Last Last won Afrobeat Single of the Year and Song of the Year at the Headies 2023. Burna Boy became the first African artist to have two albums and over 1 billion streams on Spotify. Life and career. So early life and education. Damini Ebunoluwa Ogulu was born on July 2nd, 1991 in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. His mother, Bose Ogulu, worked as a language translator, and his father, Simon Ogulu, managed a welding company. His maternal grandfather, Benson Idonije, once managed Fela Kuti. Later, his mother became his manager. Ogulu grew up in southern Nigeria and began making his own beats using FL Studio. He attended Corona Secondary School in Agbara, Ogun State, before relocating to London, England to further his studies. He studied media technology at the University of Sussex from 2008 to 2009 and also studied media communications and culture at Oxford Brookes University from 2009 to 2010. Burna Boy returned to Port Harcourt and took up a year-long internship at Rhythm 93.7 FM. He launched his music career after returning to Lagos. Life, leaving an impact for eternity on a spaceship. Burna Boy performing at the Native Land concert in Lagos 2016. Burna Boy's debut studio album Life was released on 12 August 2013, serving as the follow-up to his second mixtape, Band Identity. That was 2011. Burna Boy's debut studio album Life was released on 12 August 2013. I say it again. So the album sold 40,000 copies on the day of its release. Aristocrat Records later sold its marketing right to Uber Pacific for 10 million naira. The album's release was preceded by 5 singles: Like to Party, Tonight, Always Love You, Run My Peace, and Yawa Day. Life was produced entirely by Lyric and features guest appearances from Two-Face Idibia, M.I. Agbaga, Timaya, Olamide, Renes, and Wizkid, among others. Nigerian Entertainment Today ranked the album 10th of its list of the 12 best albums of 2013. The album's music was inspired by Fela Kuti, King Sunny Ade, and Bob Marley. It received generally positive reviews from music critics who applauded its production. It was nominated for Best Album of the Year at the 2014 Nigeria Entertainment Awards. In August 2013, Life peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Reggae Albums chart. In 2014, Burna Boy split from Aristocrats Records. 8 months later, he founded the record label Spaceship Entertainment. In February 2015, Burna Boy's second studio album, On the Spaceship, was released on 25th November 2015. His 7-track debut extended play, Redemption, was released in September 2016. Its lead single, Pre-Me, debuted on Noisy. 2018 to 2019, outside the African Giant. On 19 January 2018, Burna Boy was featured on American rock band Fall Out Boy's song Sunshine Riptide, a track from their 7th studio album Mania. He released his 3rd studio album Outside exactly a week later on 26 January 2018, described by the singer as a mixtape. Outside Mania consists mostly of Afrobeat, dancehall, reggae, and road rap. It features guest appearances from English musician Jay Haas, Lily Allen, and Mabel. Outside was supported by 6 singles: Rock Your Body, Street of Africa, Koni Baje, Settle Down, Heaven's Gate, and Ye. It's Mabel. Outside, the production was handled by Lyric, Baba Stills, J5 Juice, Chopsticks, Steve Bangles, Fred Gibson, Phantom, and FTSA. The album received positive critical acclaim and was ranked by Pulse Nigeria and Nigerian Entertainment Today as the best Nigerian album of 2018. It won Album of the Year at the 2018 Nigerian Entertainment Awards. In February 2018, Outside debuted at number 3 on the Billboard Reggae Albums at the year 2018 chart. A single from the album Ye ended up at top most Nigerian publication year-end list as the biggest song of 2018. So, if I say the Burna Boy of Port Harcourt is coming, let's take this nice music from him.
I don't want you to waste my time. I don't wanna wait till it's all over. This life is a gift from the Most High Jah. That is why I'm thankful for all I have. Cause the fast life really ain't all that. So now I try to be pure of heart. No be like say I know this shit no man. I just get better in Jah. Waiting and see for this life plenty.
On October 2018, Burna Boy performed before a sold-out crowd at London's O2 Academy, Bristol. A day prior to the show, he held a pop-up event at Bread by Little Farm and sold limited boxes of his Space Pass cereal, as well as custom notepads, lighters, and graphic t-shirts. On October 9, 2018, he was announced as one of Spotify's new Afro-Hub takeover artists. The announcement coincided with him being named YouTube's Artist on the Rise for 3 months. On 24th June 2019, Burna Boy won Best International Act at the 2019 BET Awards. In July 2019, he was announced as an Apple Music Up Next artist. His inclusion in the program was accompanied by a Beast One interview with Julie Adenuga and a short documentary. He recorded Ja Ara E Yoruba, which means Wise Up, or Use Your Head, for Beyonce's The Lion King, The Gift, and was the only guest artist with their own track on the soundtrack album. Burna's 4th studio album, African Giant, was released on 26 June 2019. It was supported by 6 singles: Bona on the Low, Killing Them, Dangote, Anybody and Pull Up. He began recording the album in 2018 and told Billboard that it was his most personal project yet. His first revealed plans to release it in April 2019 and held a private listening section in Los Angeles. Photos and videos from the listening section were shared on social media. African Giant was initially announced as a 16-track album. To promote the album, Burna Boy headlined the African Giant Returns Tour, the second leg of his African Giant tour. Burna Boy recorded My Money, My Baby, a track that appeared on Queen and Slim soundtrack album. Described as an Afrobeat-themed track, My Money, My Baby contains a sample of Fela Kuti's 1972 song Shakara. On 22nd November 2019, Burna Boy was featured alongside English singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran on British rapper Stormzy's single Own It, the fourth single from his second studio album, Heavy is the Head. In November 2019, he became the first Afrobeat artist to sell out the SSE Arena and was given a special plaque to mark his achievement. In April 2020, Burna Boy performed in the One World Together at Home special. On 19 June 2020, he was featured on the remix of South African producer Master KG's viral song Jerusalem. Burna Boy used his signature Afrobeat style on the song and also partly sings in the Easy Zulu language. On 30th June 2020, Burna Boy was featured on British singer Sam Smith's single My Oasis, the last single from their third studio album Love Goose. His fifth studio album Twice as Tall was released on 14th August 2020. It was executive produced by Diddy and his mother, Bosi Ogulu. The album became his highest charting project, debuting at number 1 on the Billboard World Albums chart. On 24th November 2020, Twice as Tall was nominated for Best Global Album at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards. It was the second consecutive year that Burna Boy received a nomination in this category. He won an Edison Award in the World Album category for African Giants and won Best International Act at the Mobile Awards on December 9. Shaking off competition from Drake, Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Baby, and Roddy Ricch. At the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards held on 15 March 2021, he won the Grammy Award for Best Global Music Album. Burna Boy's song Destiny was included in the playlist at the inauguration of Joe Biden. He won Best International Act at the 2021 BET Awards, becoming the first African artist to win the award 3 consecutive times. On 19th March 2014, Burna Boy was featured on Canadian singer Justin Bieber's song Loved by You, a track from his 6th studio album Justice. On 17th September 2021, he was featured on American singer-songwriter Jon Bellion's single I Feel It, which marked the first musical collaboration between the two. But the latter co-wrote Loved by You with Justin Bieber. On 4 June 2022, Burna Boy endorsement of performed at the Belgravia Sports Stadium in Harare, Zimbabwe, where he allegedly refused money to wear a ZANU-PF scarf as an endorsement of the Mnangagwa administration. In 2022, he was named the best solo act in the world by NME. Burna Boy released his 6th studio album Laugh the Mini on July 8, 2022. Its release was preceded by the singles Kilometer and Last Last. Burna Boy held his first concert in Jamaica on 18 December 2022 at the Jamaica National Stadium. In April 2023, Burna Boy released a song titled Merana, featuring Sidu Muswala, in which he gave tribute to Sidu. Merana charted on various international charts including Billboard Global 200, Canada Hot 100, and the New Zealand Hot Singles chart. In June, he released a single Sitting on Top of the World, which heavily samples American singer Brandy's 1998 hit single Top of the World. On 10 June 2023, Burna Boy became the first artist from Africa to perform at the UEFA Champions League final kickoff show by Pepsi. The singer took the stage at the Atatürk Olympic Stadium in Istanbul, Turkey, in front of more than 71,000 400 and so supporters, and an audience of over 700 million people. So we are bringing the podcast to an end. And I believe you love this podcast with Burna Boy. We're not just going to end this podcast anyhow. We are going to have some music from Burna Boy, the African Giant. So are you ready to listen to a song from the Burna Boy, the African Giant, sitting on top of the world and receive the nomination for Best Melodic Rap Performance at the 60th Annual Grammy Awards? Let's go. Wait for it.
There's nothing I can do to replace this, but if there's anything I can do to make you feel a little better, then I'm all for it. So just promise me no cry again, because your cry they make me cry. Thank you, Mama. I know to pass King Solomon. I get high adrenaline. You know like me, wallow. My advice is fun along, cause my guys don't follow no. When the sky start falling down, story about dying. I'm still undone. Praise the Lord, but every single day. Tuesday, Wednesday, as long as and they call me the Godfather. Move like an Italian.